could share with people. So if you're a realtor, you could let people know about housing prices or when there's new loan options out. And your audience doesn't know that. You have a benefit of being able to put that in words and communicate that. Think about facts and testimonials. If you get a good feedback from a customer, it's okay to include that in your email or include some facts about how you've been able to increase your customers' revenue based on your services. Obviously, offer great discounts and coupons. The Constant Contact has a way to add that right in on your bottom. They can cut it out. Yeah.
On your MiCasa and testimonials, to get a testimonial, because my technical system can be way different. It's a service.
Yeah.
It's going to be the end of life. How long after that life has ended would it be sort of appropriate to ask the family for, say, a testimonial on our service?
Well, it's obviously different based on your audience. Did everyone hear her question? Okay. So, like we always ask, once we've finished a project, or if someone sends us, oh, you guys did a great job, we ask right away. We say, hey, I'm glad you liked liked what we did for you. Would you mind writing a testimonial? And it's funny, a lot of times they said, sure, why don't you draft me something and then I'll approve it. So we'll actually sometimes, based on what we did for them and the success we had, we'll write the testimonial for them and then they'll approve it. So it's kind of funny, but to obviously just ask, say referrals and testimonials are important to my business. I'd love to have that. I've seen people that have that right on their email signature, and a lot of times people will just reply back with a promotion. We've also done promotions on Facebook where you can ask people for a testimonial and maybe give away a coupon if they post something on your page. So you can kind of make it fun and interesting. But as far as asking, I would say, like, when you're done with something, once they're starting to praise you, that's a great time to ask. Once they're fresh and new and completed. So yeah, just think about all the things that your audience might want, and but obviously it's about what your customer wants and not what you want. So you have to, we'll go into some ideas for really establishing what your customers want, because it's really easy to think like, oh, we have this press release go out, or we're adding this new service. You think it's really cool and exciting, but maybe your audience thinks it's not. So it's really important to think from that perspective. So lastly, this is the biggest thing I see is long emails. Like I've seen emails that take like 30 seconds to scroll down to the bottom.
Wow.
And emails are really open mainly on smartphones now. And you can imagine having an email you have to scroll with your thumb for like 10 minutes. It's not going to get much success. So keeping it really concise. We always tell people, if you have a blog or just a place on your website, when you're creating stories or information for your newsletter, try to take that information. Let's say it's a 3-paragraph story. Post that on your blog. And then in your newsletter, you just take a short snippet of information, maybe the headline and 2 or 3 sentences, and then you have a click to read more, and then they'll go to your site to read it. So also, use bullets. People want to just scan bullets. Have your headlines really engaging. Tell them what they're going to get out of it. We always write a summary at the beginning of our emails that explain, maybe in 3 or 4, like 1 or 2 sentences. This email includes Facebook tips and 4 email marketing tips and information about a new service. They know exactly in the first paragraph if they want to read it.
Question.
Yeah.
How many, like, is there as far as like how many links are recommended in an entire email? Like that. So it's a 2-part question, right? Because you're talking content. Do you? I've seen emails where they have almost like a mini nav bar up top, is it better to do that, put it at the bottom? And then second, how many stories would you put in an email? You know, what's the most content, kind of an idea?
Yeah. Well, it's definitely your audience. Like, we have a client that does courses, and they have a huge audience around the world. They want to get this email every month and register for classes. So theirs is quite a bit longer. But for our newsletters and most of our clients' newsletters, we recommend just 3 or 4 stories. You know, and we try to touch on different topics. So no matter kind of what they might be interested in, they can get a little bit of everything. But definitely put your most important story at the top. People might just read the first one and then it's done. So try to make it really easy. And we'll go over some template ideas, but you can have a table of contents. Constant Contact does this. When you put in your stories, they create a table of contents that's automatically generated, and people can click right on it and it jumps down. So then you don't have the problem of scrolling and stuff. They can kind of see the titles and jump down. And we also recommend whenever you're sending an email out or you create a blog post, really anytime you create content for your customer, your company,